Greetings and welcome to my latest video, and in this video I will be reviewing the Holiday Kirsten collector doll, and I'll also be comparing her to my 1980s white body Kirsten, because you'll see there's quite a very difference that you're probably already aware of, but I just wanted to show it up close in person. Okay, and so I already opened my Kirsten collector doll, because I'm not really an inbox collector, but I am sometimes. I'll explain why once you see her. Okay, and so I have the certificate of authenticity, and they do make it really hard for you to see which number you got, but you can maybe very slightly see that it says, I have 332 out of 3,000, which isn't bad. It's not in the thousands, which I think is pretty good. It's only triple digits. But honestly, it doesn't matter really too much. But it is nice to know. This was, probably just the order in which they were produced, but they were made repeatedly one after another, so it's not too crazy. Yeah, so that's all for the that's all for, well, yeah, so here's the front. And then it does give her story, a little story about it on the back. And it says, in Sweden, near the winter solstice, the oldest daughter dresses up as the St. Lucia girl. She wears a beautiful white gown with a red sash and a wreath of glowing candles to symbolize the coming of brighter days. On St. Lucia Day, she wakes her family before daylight and brings them coffee and sweet buns. In Kirsten's surprise, Kirsten secretly plans a St. Lucia celebration for her family to keep one of their cherished Swedish traditions alive in the new country. The Kirsten Surprise Holiday Collector Doll and book set celebrates Kirsten's heartwarming holiday story. Kirsten arrives in an authentic recreation of her original St. Lucia gown and her crowning glory, the traditional St. Lucia wreath with red ribbons, lush greens, plump berries, and 6 tall candles. Okay, and that's for her certificate. And then I will show comparisons later of, the box sizes but if you're familiar with the size of American Girl doll boxes, you can probably tell that this Kirsten's is already much larger than the normal American Girl doll box, which makes sense since she also does have, her wreath, and then, the book that she does come with a book, isn't displayed, in front of her, most American Girl dolls are. Their book is in, a tray in front of them, but since they did do, the full body clear plastic panel, it makes sense. But honestly, her box is really beautiful. It definitely is such a nicer, thicker cardboard than typical boxes. And just look, you can see holly leaves and berries and all the stuff on the sides, and that both sides just say American Girl on them. And then the American Girl star is on the top and the bottom of the box. And it does give the really original Present Company maroony color. I think that it's maroon is the shade. And then for the back of the box, it's also Kirsten's Surprise Holiday Collector Doll and book set with a picture of Kirsten and I think the original illustrations. And then, yeah, American Girl, limited edition, no more than 3,000 Kirstens, surprise holiday collector dolls, and book sets were created worldwide. And then this is, these paragraphs right here are also, I believe, the same. Yeah, they're the same ones as on her, certificate of authenticity. Okay, and yeah, I just like how, like, clean and simple it is, but, like, they still added some, like, some cute details. Like, it does say 1854, so that's, like, the Kirsten's year, and then I'll open it, and inside the box there is even more detail. And to show you the extra detail, I am going to remove Kirsten. I already have removed her, but I did put her back in the box to, like, show you guys what she does look like in box. And I did just put her back in the neck strap. But she does have straps for both her hands and her feet. Okay. Now, gotta get this back off after fighting to get it back on. Okay. And she's out of the box. But I'll show her after I show you the inside of the box. So what I liked about this is it does seem designed to be able to let Kirsten out of the box, because you got, like, the classic neck, like, the neck strap that I pulled off by accident. And then, but also the hands, like, they have, like, loose hand straps and, like, the feet straps. So, like, you can kind of, like, easily put her in and take her out. And then I did not, because there's no easy way to take out the wreath or the book, so that's why, like, I left them in, because I don't, like, I do want to keep this box. It's nice, like, even though, like, I don't collect necessarily in box, like, I still want to be able to display her in the box if I want to, and so, like, I don't want to ruin any of it, so I am leaving the wreath and the book in until or if I can find a way to get them out without ruining the box. But yeah, you can see that the book is actually, like, in the corner here, and if you can see, like, the trees behind her are, like, the same trees they painted, like, in the box, so when Kirsten's in here, it looks like she is the front cover of the book, which I think is, like, a really nice detail. And then like most collector dolls, like, do this from American Crossing, is where you can, like, lift up part of the box, and then there's more, like, information inside here. And this is also where you'd normally find this certificate of authenticity, but I took it out previously to show you for this video. But yeah, inside the box are just, like, care instructions for your doll. Nothing really crazy in here, I don't believe. Just general tips. Yeah, like, only using a wire hairbrush for the doll hair. Don't use the same brush as your own hair. Yeah, be gentle. Do not use a hairdryer or curling iron. Just simple stuff like that. Surface wash with warm water, like that kind of stuff. And then here's a note for adults. Cut plastic attachments with scissors. Remove elastic bands and discard these pieces before giving the toy to a child, if you choose to do that. Nothing, like, interesting of note, really. Just kind of basically what you'd expect for that. Now to try to shimmy this back in. Okay, and then we'll get onto the actual Kirsten doll. Okay, and so, as I've already taken her out, and I have, like, changed her outfit, like, I've, like, redressed her. Her bow is much nicely tied when I got her, but this is just me trying to retie it. And then I never took out her hair though, but since I have taken her in and out of the box and a little bit, like her hair is a little messed up, like her bangs, but generally like her braids have stayed in pretty nicely. And an interesting note about like the ribbon is that it is like sewn in and attached to here, so you do have to undo the ribbon if you do want to take her out of the nightgown. And then she does come with her, little pair of like bloomers and her red little socks, and of course the wreath as you've seen in book. But yeah, I chose to leave those in. But mine does have like wonky eyes, like they are not even. Which I know a lot of people were complaining about the quality control of the Kirsten Holiday Collector dolls. Which mine does have like some noticeable flaws. Her eyes not being even is one of them. But also, like, I don't know how easy it is for you guys to tell, but her teeth are not, like, the white of her teeth is not actually completely covering the teeth molds. Like, so you can still see the shape of the teeth that's painted the mouth color. Which does not bother me. Like, I think that's kind of unique. I think that's kind of cute. Since a lot of earlier American Girl dolls too had the problem where their teeth weren't painted completely correct because they were hand painted. And I know this is probably like a factory like mass producing like error, but like I don't mind. I think it's cute. Yeah, and then like besides her eyes being like they're not like the mold of the eyes is not even her actual eyes, I don't see any issue with. And then the actual doll, as you might have already heard, like she does actually have she does have neck strings, which I really enjoy that detail of. But her neck stamp does say American Girl on the back. But yeah, I think the little, like, short wefts in her hair are pretty good, like, that look pretty good to, like, hide the wig cap. So overall, I do think she is a good doll. And I know a lot of people, complained about the price of, like, this doll and wanted the St. Lucia outfit to be separate because a lot of them already had Kirsten, and like Kirsten just like re-released this year as like a special edition, which came with her original accessories. But as you'll see later, I do have a Kirsten, but she is like a 1980s Kirsten, and it has seen better days for sure. So like I do try and be more like delicate with her. So, like, I don't know. I thought having, like, a new, nice Kirsten would be a new experience, because I did get my 1980s Kirsten used, from someone else, so, it's just, like, I thought it was a nice experience, and it's also my first American Girl collector doll, because, like, the original, like, retail price for her is $230, which I'm gonna be honest, I do feel is pretty fair. I'm very glad that the Swarovski crystals weren't there and everything, but like I do feel like they did put a lot of effort into this doll, even if like some of the like face mold quality control wasn't the best. Like they did give her a neck string, which since they don't do that anymore, it probably was somewhat more costly to do, even when they were still doing neck strings, because now they weren't even doing neck strings, because they're doing zip ties. So I do feel like that does show like they put some effort into it. And then the fact that her box is bigger definitely probably added to making her more costly. And then, yeah, her, like, box is bigger. It's, like, she comes with the doll, like a normal American Girl doll, and comes with a book, but she does have the wreath, which was originally sold separately. So, and, like, the detail in the box, the quality of it, and also since, like, she would qualify for free shipping with American Girl anyway, since like, a retail price was $230. But, like, the box she was shipped in had to be extra big because of her extra big box, and they did add a lot of protection to the box. Like, there was, maybe I'll, like, insert a clip and show you later, but, like, not only was there, like, the foam at the ends of the box, because it was, like, you know, slightly smaller than the box so that it wouldn't, like, rock around and stuff, but there's, like, cardboard pieces in there that were so thick guarding the box, like, when you, like, knocked on them a little bit, it sounds like wood, because of how, like, thick and sturdy the cardboard was. And then, yeah, so, like, that kind of stuff, like, I do think is worth it, you know, because, you know, the actual St. Lucia outfit, getting it, like, used, like, just randomly now is, like, quite expensive anyway, and, like, it is said that, like, the ribbons, like, over the years, because they're not, like, they weren't, like, melted or anything, or hemmed in any way to, like, keep them from fraying, like, a lot of ribbons are frayed now, but, and, like, her hair ribbons aren't, hemmed at all, but, they are hemmed on her little, like, body sash, which I wish they did it with the hair ribbons too, but at least they did do it with the body sash. And then yeah, just, like, the general, like, quality is very nice. I don't know, I just really like her, and I feel like she is, like, worth the $230. But since I am a Berry member, I get, like, more like, I can earn more points easily. And then, so I used my October points and my November points, and then I also had, like, if you buy an 18-inch, the deal where they had, if you buy an 18-inch doll, you'll get, like, $25 in rewards. And that I got, because I got, Claudie with, like, the, Jenny and Jack collection. So, in total, I had $95 in rewards, and so I only spent, $155 on her. And that's including, I got 2 of the NFL t-shirts, just because that's what, like, my family is into football, even though I'm not, but I just, like, think it's fun to, like, show them my dolls, like, dressed up on games their favorite teams play and stuff. But yeah, the shirts were, like, shipped separately, which now makes sense after getting her box and seeing it in person and everything, because there really isn't much room for her, anything besides her in it. And I also wonder if that, because, like, she needed a special box, like, she was, like, pretty much already in her box ready to ship, or not. And then also, I didn't get notified when she shipped. I got a notification when her other stuff shipped, but I don't think they were shipped, like, together or anything, like, shipped at the same time. Or maybe they were, because she arrived, I think, a day later than, like, the t-shirts did. And I got no notification from American Girl whatsoever. I only got a notification that she was delivered, like, from my, like, front desk where we get mail. Like, I notified that I got a package from Wisconsin in. And so I'm like, the only thing that could have been was my American Girl collector doll. because I hadn't ordered anything else from Wisconsin. So that is interesting. That is something to know. I wonder if I would have just got regular information and tracking with her if I did just order her when I did. So that was an interesting experience. And so now, since I've talked all there really is to talk about her that I can think of, I will compare her with my 1980s Kirsten. And as I said, this Kirsten, she's kind of rough. She has, well, yeah, you can obviously just tell by the faces how different they already are. But because Kirsten's bangs are much longer, but it's hard to show while I'm holding both, so I'll just set her down and show you. This Kirsten is, like, she does have bubble eye in one of her eyes. Which is not, like, I believe is not, like, a care issue, like Silver Eye is, where you get stuff in the eye, and then, like, the paint on, like, the decal, like, erodes over time, so they get Silver Eye. This is just something that can happen. But this Kirsten is, the, like, squishy vinyl. And she is white-bodied, which I will show later when I take off both of their outfits to, like, compare their bodies more. But as you can probably see quite clearly, the newer Kirsten definitely does have darker eyes than the 1980s Kirsten. And yeah, as you can see, like, her bangs are much fuller and longer. And this is a great, like, comparison to hair, because this Kirsten has had, like, some pretty severe haircuts, so it's actually, like, almost impossible to get her hair in these original, like, curled braids. And then, like, not, this isn't huge, but their hair is slightly different shades. And then, like, their skin tones, of course, are, like, a little, like, are different. And then, because, well, this Kirsten, my 1980s Kirsten, is obviously older, so she, probably, like, fades a little bit more over time. And now I'll, like, change their outfits so you can, like, see their bodies compared to each other. Because I know they've shrunk, the dolls' body sizes have shrunk over time. Well, and not just shrunk, too, like, it's interesting, like, the limb sizes and, like, torso stuffing and all that. Because my Kanani is, like, she's way slimmer than my Corinne. Like, my Corinne is, like, she's stuffed, you know? Like, she got pretty sick torso. And so it's just, like, interesting to see, like, the different, like, batches throughout the years, how much the dolls do change. Because I also have, like, 2 different kits that, like, are pretty obviously different just seeing, like, their face. And so that's, like, normally the only reason why I would, like, collect or keep, like, a duplicate of a doll I already have, is because they are obviously different, like, because they were manufactured in different years. Or something similar to that situation. Okay, so here is my collector doll, Kirsten. As you can see, she looks pretty much just like any American Girl doll manufactured now, except for her neck string. So yeah, she got, like, the one big tag on her. And her copyright year on here is 2018. Which I do wonder if that is, like also the same on like the re-released like Kirsten from earlier this year. And her neck stamp does say American Girl. And then I will now like remove her outfit as well for comparison. And then that's like also an interesting thing. I might have noted it in my when I unboxed my Gwen from the hospital video. I'll link that up here if you're interested. But like, because I kept her original head, but I got her body replaced. Her body and her head are very different shades. Which doesn't personally bother me, but it is quite obvious, I'd say. Okay, and then I am also not 100% sure, because I did get this Kirsten news, if this was her original outfit she came in, or this is just another Kirsten outfit that the person I bought them from had, or exactly what the story is behind this meat outfit I have of hers. Okay, and so just her naked. You can clearly see that she is a white-bodied doll. And then she does just have some slight, like, oxidation spots from age. And then I have to, like, kind of, like, hold her upside down to get her hair out of the way. Because it's, like, she does have a lot of, like, loose hair, like, on her neck. That's, like, kind of hiding the Pleasant Company stamp. But she's also strong. And then, yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I have to kind of, like, lift up, like, even, like, the wig cap to kind of get it so you can see the Pleasant Company logo on her neck, even if you can't see it that clearly. But, yeah, it's, like, such a, like, bigger, more spaced out font than the American Girl logo currently is. So it, like, covers, like, the entire back of her neck. And then let's, like, compare the two. Okay. And I'll get closer. We'll see, like, one of the most obvious differences is in their bodies. Maybe I should have, like, clipped her hair back or something for this. But see, you can tell the difference, like, the 1980s Kirsten, like, her white body, but it's also a lot whiter than the Collector Doll Kirsten. And she obviously, this one doesn't have a body tag, while this one does. And then, as you saw, like, their neck stamps are different, but, like, you can tell, like, their skin colors are slightly different. And then, are their feet the same size? I do think the original Kirsten's feet are slightly bigger. And, well, yeah, I'll show you this one's teeth too, since I gave you a close-up of the other one. But actually this one has, even if it is chipped a little bit, or flaked away a little bit, her teeth are painted more nicely and accurately than hers are. It's hard to get, like, both their faces, like, showing their teeth. Like, she has more teeth than she does. But yeah, and so I will, let's talk a little bit about, like, the price I paid for her. I believe she was less than $200. Which is, like, pretty good for a white-bodied American Girl doll. But that does include, like, she has, like, some obvious flaws, like her haircut, like her bubble eye. But I do wish, like, her haircut wasn't as bad. But it is, like, a lot, like, nicer now and, like, smoother. and softer to the touch, because she was the first doll, like, I, heat boiled, is that the term? And, like, I like the bubble eye because it kind of does give her, like, more personality, and it is less common and more unique than silver eye. And then, like, she also did come not just with her meat outfit, she also came with a few goodies, which I'll show now. Okay, and so she came with, I guess, a limited edition version of, like, this is a complete collection of, like, Kirsten stories. And yeah, it's obviously, it's hardback. And even comes with, like, you know, a little bookmark, and, like, the pages, like, are all, like shiny gold looking material. And yeah, clearly, like, it has a dust jacket. And it was never, like, written in, like, who this belongs to or anything. And I believe this does copy the more the original Kirsten's, like, story collection. Like, the Holiday Kirsten's, like, book, it's, like, in the same style of that, I believe, where the stories and illustrations were, like, derived from. And then she also came with one of the American Girl, like, mystery books. This one, I believe, did used to belong to a library, or someone else, because it does have, like, writing on it. There is, like, residue from when there was, like, some sort of sticker or tag on it. Yeah, and I think maybe if this was a thrift store find, because it does have, like, $3.50, like, written up here. But yeah, it's still a nice addition. And when was this copyrighted? Okay, this was copyrighted in 2008. And that's, yeah, before Be Forever, I believe. So it's still probably, like, a full-length actual book. And the last thing that also came with her was a little Kaya American Girl doll, 4-year American Girl doll. And what is also, like, interesting to note about this little Kaya is that she also has a neck string, which I just love that extra detail. And yeah, I don't think the, like, miniature little dolls, do have neck strings now, but if they still do, let me know. And then also, if you know what year she could be from, also, like, could you also let me know? I just like knowing what year my dolls came from. Yeah, so overall, like, I do think Holiday Collector Kirsten is worth the price, to me, and I might even get, like, the special edition Kirsten that released this year, because, I don't know how to braid, okay? And I probably, like, could learn, too, but also, like, I like that these are, like, her factory braids, and I kind of would like them to stay in. I might, like, take the ribbon off, but, like, I don't think I would take the braids out. Yeah. And I think that's everything I have to say with regarding her. But yeah, tell me how, like, do you feel like it is a fair price? Do you want to get her? Did you get her? Did you have any quality issues if you got her? Like, any other American Girl tent you want to see? Yeah, or just any other comments or suggestions you have, yeah, please let me know. And have a good day, and yeah, and that's everything for now. Goodbye.